We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Hey babes, and welcome back to my channel. I'm Dorine, and this time I'm going to show you this look. It's going to be a Christmas or maybe even like a New Year's Eve look. It's very festive, it's a little bit sultry because it's a little dark on the eyes. And because it's Christmas and you know, you're thinking Christmas, you're thinking red and you're thinking everything is beautiful and shining and glistening. So of course I thought glitter, so I have a little bit of a double liner going on with one black and one glitter, hollow gold glitter, and I thought this could be like a really beautiful look for the holidays if you're going to like a big party or if you're just like wanting to really look beautiful for your Christmas dinner. It has the reds. Red is like totally the color of Christmas, and also the wham shabam glitter going on, and we have falsies and we have flawless skin. So I'm really digging this look, especially with my new hair, and I'm going to show you exactly how to achieve this look. You just need to follow it step by step. So if you want to know how to achieve this look, then just keep on watching. So I'm going to start with priming my face. I'm going to use this new primer that I bought. It's by NYX. It's called Honeydew Me Up, which is supposed to be very moisturizing for the face. And I also have their beauty blender, which of course isn't called a beauty blender. It's called Flawless Finish Blending Sponge. It's a little less soft than the beauty blender, but I feel like it has a nice texture, so I'm going to put this primer with this blender. It has little gold flakes in it. Exciting! Oh, and it smells nice too. So now I'm going to let it sink into the skin while I start with the eyes. For the eyes, I'm going to prime them with Shadow Insurance by Too Faced. I'm done with the right eye, so now I'm going to show you exactly what I did on my left eye. So for this look, I'm using a lot of the Anastasia Modern Renaissance palette. I started with putting Tempera, this light color, all over the lid. I first used a Zoeva Luxe Brow Light. So now I have a blank canvas to start layering shadows on. I tried the brush that came with the Modern Renaissance and I kind of liked it. So I started off by putting MakeupGeek Creme Brulee all over the crease. And I'm also bringing it a little bit in here so that the shadow looks more realistic. I then later go back to the Modern Renaissance palette and I'm using Burnt Orange to even more deepen the crease and start building more depth. I am taking it a bit lower though, because as you can see, the lid in this look is dark, so all the darker colors should be focused on the lid itself. But also in this particular situation with Burnt Orange, I also want it a little bit in the crease to give it some warmth. So with the flatter brush from the brush that comes with the Modern Renaissance palette, I'm going to put Red Ochre all over the lid. This one I'm not really dragging up to the crease, I'm really focusing this one mainly on the lid. Also, these types of colors are amazing for green eyes. They will definitely bring out the green in them because of the contrast between the colors. If you're interested in me talking a little bit about the color wheel and how it works in makeup, then just leave me a comment or like this video. Now I'm just blurring it out a little bit. So now I'm going to do a little mix of Venetian Red and Love Letter together and put it on the crease, mostly in the middle, but still, in general, you could still say that it's all over the crease. Now I'm taking a little bit of Railgar, which is like an orangey color, and I'm going to take it on the fluffy side and mix a little bit between this red and the crease. Give it a little bit more warmth. And I do it mostly on the outer third. And now I'm just taking the color off of my brush with this brush swapper, I'm not really sure how to call it, and just clean and buff it out, smoke it out, make it nice and cloudy. Now, as you can see, this blurring and smoking is a little bit too high. So what I do to fix it is I go back to the palette, I go back to Tempera with the fluffy side, and I go on top of this blur and bring it a little bit back down so that the colors merge better together and there's not such a high contrast between the colors. Also take a small kind of like definer brush and put more of Tempera right under the wing part of my eyebrow. So this is more condensed and gives me that brow highlight. Actually, let's mix just a tiny bit of Primavera. Now I'm not taking it all the way in, just in the arch of the brow and the tail of the brow to give the brow a lifted look, and I'm just blurring the line connecting to this smokiness to make it more seamless. Take back the fluffy part, just give it a little bit of a smoke outwards. Right, I almost forgot. I'm also putting a little bit of peach smoothie above this halo thing because it just gives a little bit more warmth to the look. Now I'm going to use a little sticky tape to mark where my eyeliner goes. And the right way to measure it is to go exactly with the angle of your lower waterline. It goes a little bit up at the end, so you just follow that line. I'm going to use INGLOT's gel liner, it's number 77. If you have small eyes like mine are insanely small, there's a tiny trick you can do, because whenever you do an eyeliner, then in a way you're like taking away the space that you have between the edge of the roots of the lashes and the crease. So what you can do is actually tightline at least a portion of your eyeliner to make it look as if it really frames the eye, but it doesn't really take away from the space of your lid. That way it doesn't hide the design that you were working so hard on. So I usually do it here from the corner of the eye up to the middle so that all of this space remains visible. So I lift the lid a bit like this. And I put the gel inside. And you see, I got this crisp line here, and it really looks as if it connects to the upper one without actually putting it on. Nice trick. I'm also going to tightline on this area here. Okay, let's take this off. And as you see, we have a beautiful sharp line here. For the glitter liner, I'm using NYX Glitter Primer, and I'm going to use the Zoeva Wing Liner. And what I do is put a little bit of this directly on the brush, and now I just stamp it on top of the existing liner, and it's very helpful for me because that way I already have a line I can follow and I just put everything on top of it. like this, just stamping right on top. The place where you want it the most is on top of the lid, and when you have like just the leftovers, that's when you go on top of the wing. Time for some glitter. This one, I really don't even remember where it's from. It's kind of old, but it is holographic gold glitter. I'm just going to put some of the glitter right here in the cap and dip this brush in it so that I don't get glitter spilled all over the place. I'm just tapping a bit. Now I have here a little well of glitter, and I'm going to dip this right into it. So after I put it on, because I have a lot of excess glitter, I tap it back into the cap. And now just carefully placing the glitter where the glitter primer is. See? I'm gonna pour the glitter back in the tube, and that's how you don't make a mess when you use glitter on your face. Of course there's a little bit of glitter fallout, but it's really minimal, because the trick here was to use a brush that already has the glue on it, so the glitter doesn't want to fall off of it. Tricky. And I go back and I just clean the line a little bit. Okay, done with that. I'm going to clean the eye now with a flat and straight brush. It's also synthetic. And I literally put a little bit of micellar water on it. This is the Garnier micellar water. I just like put like this and make it a bit wet. And now, because it's a straight line, it's very easy to follow. And I just go right underneath the line. Whoop. It's time to work a little bit on the lashes. So I'm starting with this eyelash curler by Tweezerman, and what I like about it is that it's open from the sides, so it can't really like grab your eye when you close it, but you still need to be careful. I'm going to use two mascaras. One is the Tarteist by Tarte. It's new and it's kind of cool. It's very good at defining each lash on its own. I find that tilting the head back makes sure that the tips of the lashes don't touch your lid. Very often I'll just take a card, piece of paper, and put it right behind it so that I can really like go crazy. But I don't have any piece of paper next to me, so I'm just gonna be really careful. That didn't work. But do not fret. Once mascara dries, you can kind of like peel it off. So if it's not a big stain, then it's no big deal. And the second mascara is an oldie but a goodie. It's the Better Than Sex mascara by Too Faced. I use it mostly for volumizing because there is just nothing like it. But because it's such a big wand, I do get a very dirty eyelid with it very often. I'm gonna put a bit of the Tarteist also underneath. Maybe it wasn't a smart choice because I will put some eyeshadows there. So what you do with little mascara stains, you let them dry and then just blur them with a Q-tip. That's it, problem solved. These eyelashes are from AliExpress. They're not by any famous company, but I think they're absolutely beautiful. And I'm again using the Catrice tweezers because of their awesome shape. First I'm taking Duo Lash Glue and slide it on the lash band. Yeah, nice in place. I'm gonna put a little bit of mascara to unify between my fake lashes and my own lashes. I'm taking a tiny definer brush. I'm taking Primavera and I put it in my inner corner generously. I take pigment number 30 by INGLOT, which is a much brighter gold, and I put it on top of it to give it some more zing, bazling, bajing, bling bling. I like more bling bling. Okay, and now I'm just going to do the eyebrow. The Babez, and I use the color Blonde. First, brush it up a little bit to like really see the shape I'm working with. And I put it wherever I see holes. I do brush-like strokes. I really think that natural looking brows are the most beautiful. You can see my brows want to go everywhere, so I'm going to put some brow gel on. And I'm using this clear brow gel by Cella. I got it in one of the Style Tone boxes from a few months ago, and I think it's great. I also never heard of the company before, so it's nice discovering some new brands. Okay, almost done with the eyes. I'm going to just clean the face and finish a little bit underneath the eye. A little bit of fallout already kind of created what I want to have there, but I'm just going to do it a little bit more accentuated. If you see glitter and you can't take it off, you can use the sticky tape and just grab the glitter with it. It really works. I'm going to start with a bit of a corrector. It's the Retouch Healthy Look Concealer by Catrice. So this is like a bit of a pinky salmon-y color. I always put a bit here in the corners of the eye where I always have this really red pigmentation. Now I'm going to use the Age Rewind in shade 22. We're going to sharpen the wing a bit and go right here. And also here. I'm going to use the Kat Von D brush number 10 and the Rimmel Stay Matte in 001 Transparent. Do the alien face. And pat, 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 pat. We're going back to the Modern Renaissance palette, and I'm going to put a little bit of red ochre right in the middle. I'm going to use the Detailer brush by Real Techniques, because again, small eyes, you don't want to go panda on this type of eye shape. So I'm putting it in the middle, not going on top of the gold. And I'm going to blur it out with a tiny bit of burnt orange with a small, like dense but still slightly fluffy brush. You see it's a little bit rounded. I also really make sure to connect this into the liner so that there's no hole right here at the corner of the eye. Again, with the brush that comes in the Modern Renaissance with nothing on it, I'm just smoking it out so that it looks nice, seamless, gentle. And in the eyes, I'm going to put a brown liner. This is by a company called Avril with the color called Brulee. I don't necessarily recommend this pencil, but it's the only brown pencil I could find. It's not very long wearing, is what I'm saying. Okay, I'll zoom you out a bit and we'll do the rest of the face. So I bought myself a new foundation. It's the Fit Me Matte and Poreless by Maybelline. So I think I want to try this one today. This is shade 105. But first I'm going to put a little bit of primer. I'm going to use Professional by Benefit. I'm going to tap it with the Beauty Blender because I noticed it works better than when I use my fingers, because when you use your fingers sometimes you can move it a little bit around and then it doesn't look amazing. It's really important to tap in a poreless type of primer, because if you move it around it's just not going to like get into the pores and actually block them, so you don't get that beautiful poreless look. Okay, so let's give this a go. I'm going to just put it directly on the sponge and tilt the face a bit. Oh, it smells kind of nice. Not plasticky or anything. It has a really nice finish. It looks almost natural on the skin. That's nice. For like wet contouring, I'm going to use the Sculpting Touch by Kiko. It's a cream thingamajiggy. I learned lately that when you put the contour above the actual hollows, see, it gives a more lifted look to the face. Now, my face is a bit long and a little bit wide, but a little bit more long than it's wide, so I'm also doing a little bit more down here. This area is not very important for me because of my bangs, but I'm doing it because most of the people don't have bangs, so I'm doing it for you. I hope you appreciate it. I'm going to use the buffing brush by Real Techniques to just like blend it out. I have a bit of a spot here, so I'm just going to put a bit of concealer on it. And with just like a top small kabuki brush, I blend it out. I'm going to take a little bit more of the Sculpting Touch and contour my nose to make it snatched. If you want to give the tip of your nose a look as if it's a little bit more upturned, then you can do a little arch shape right between the tip of your nose and this place, like this. Because that creates a fake shadow that if you had an upturned nose with that little bump here, it would have a shadow here. A tip from me to you. Now we can put a little bit more in the middle. Now we're just gonna powder the face a little bit. I'm going to use Makeup Forever HD. So just with a giant brush, lightly all over the face. We don't want to look too cakey, so just a little bit. I usually use Hoola Bronzer by Benefit, but I really feel like using Ultra Bronze by Makeup Revolution. So let's give it a go. Ooh. For highlight, I think I want to do a little bit of layering. So first I'm going to use Feeling Younger Skin Tint. It's by Lush. It looks white, but it reflects gold and a little bit of pink. So I'm just going to take a little bit of it on the tip of my ring finger and just tap it on the high points of my cheeks, like this. And tap it in. Tap. Now let's try something crazy and use the INGLOT 30 pigment on top of this. Let's start with just a little bit. And I'm also going to try just tapping it lightly. I'm just gonna go back to the good old Vivid Baked Highlighter by Makeup Revolution. I'm just gonna take a slightly fluffy brush. Ooh. Let's put it a little bit on the tip of my nose. Cupid's bow. Well, because it's the holidays, then of course for blush we're going to go with Nora's Orgasm. And I'm taking it with the Luxe Cheek Finish by Zoeva. Because we want to glow from within. But to give it a little bit more warmth, I'm taking Indian Summer by Essence and putting it a little bit more in the front. I feel like it works with all the warmness in the eyes. Beautiful. For lips, I'm going to line them with Flormar Lip Pencil number 229. That just reminds me that I didn't tell you because I did that off camera. I used the Brazilian Kiss balm and I put it right before I even start anything with my makeup so that my lips gets nicely moisturized while I do the rest of this stuff. And of course it's by the company Sol de Janeiro, the Brazilian, like the Bum Bum Cream, you know the Bum Bum Cream? I also have it. So it's by the same company. Now when you line your lips, it's good to do a little bit of a smile because that way you stretch the lips, and if there's any little lines then it avoids skipping. And for lipstick, an oldie but a goodie, Brave by MAC. Because it's the holidays and we want to do something extra, then I'm also going to add Atlantis by Ofra. Just a little bit in the middle to give it some extra pout. We're all done, so we're going to just spritz a little bit of primer water by Smashbox all over the face. And this is the finished look. So I really hope you liked this video. If you did, please make sure to give it a thumbs up. I know that right now YouTube started going crazy and it's even more important than ever to like videos that you wish to keep seeing content from their creators. So definitely give me a like, leave a comment, that also helps a lot. And I hope that you enjoyed watching me create this look for you, and I hope you're going to wear it for the holidays. If you are going to wear it, then please tag me on Instagram. It's YoffiBeautyLooks, hashtag YoffiBeautyLooks, and I will really love seeing your recreations of this look. Please don't forget to follow me on Instagram, it's YoffiBeauty. On Facebook, I'm YoffiBeauty Dorine Makeup Artist. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and here you can see my latest videos. So I love you so much, babes, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!